Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Summer 2025 International Life Orientation. My name is Dmitry, and I work here at KP International as a Student Life Coordinator. And today I'm going to be hosting and facilitating this live session for you. Thank you for joining, and we hope here that you've come excited to learn something new, as today your journey with KPU officially starts. And without further ado, we're going to move forward to the land acknowledgement part. So for those who might not be familiar with what's this, this is university's common practice to show respect and say thank you to the indigenous peoples of the lands where KPU campuses proudly stand. Here what we want to say today. We at Kwantlen Polytechnic University respectfully acknowledge that we live, work, and study in the region that overlaps with the unceded, traditional, and ancestral lands, ancestral First Nation territories of the Musqueam, Katsi, Simyamu, Tsawwassen, Kikite, and Kwantlen peoples, and with the lands of the Kwantlen First Nation, which gifted its name to this university, Kwantlen Polytechnic University. In this cause of reconciliation, we recognize our commitment to address and reduce ongoing systemic colonialism, oppression, and racism that indigenous people continue to experience. Thank you for your attention, and we're going to move forward to the introduction part, which includes three subparts, agenda, housekeeping rules, and ice-breaking activity. For today's orientation, we've packed a 1-hour-long session where you not only have an opportunity to learn new information, but also meet with the different people from both KP International and KP Domestic departments who will not only, again, support you in this live session, but also will be supporting you in the next few years of your KPU journey. The next part is the housekeeping rules, and for the housekeeping rules, we have just 3 simple points that you need to remember. Rule number 1 is just stay focused, as most of the information, I know a lot of people are excited. Some people might be feeling overwhelmed with the amount of information that they want to know about. They have so many questions before they start their first semester at KPU. So we basically try to cover as much as possible for today's sessions, and probably your questions will be covered in this live. So staying focused and listening to this information, it could be the best thing that you could do today. So rule number 2 is, it's not really a rule, but point number 2 is live Q&A. Which you will have access during the second half of the live. Like I said, it's going to last for 1 hour. So in this last 30 minutes after 10 o'clock Vancouver time, we will open the live Q&A chat for everyone who's joining us today. And if you want to send us your questions, feel free to use that. But again, like I advised in the point number 1, please make sure to stay focused. Probably your question will still be answered. And at the very end, you will always have time to send us some questions. Just a one important side note for this point is that we are not going to answer any case-specific questions that might require us to join to check our resources or to check on our database on your personal information, personal case, because it's time consuming. So in this matter, we will probably refer you to the department or to the team that will have time to support you outside of this live event, okay? And then the last point is that the session is pre-recorded. So for those who's joining us, thank you so much for finding the time, and we think you made the right decision because it's an important session. But if you didn't have an opportunity but you wanted to join, don't worry, this session, like I said, is pre-recorded, and it will still be available to watch in the recording format after this live is over. And we're also going to upload it on our KPU International official YouTube channel, the link for which we're going to share in this chat. So if you're the one who uses YouTube all the time, so make sure to check out this live session on our YouTube channel. And you can also, if you're joining today, it doesn't mean that you can only watch it now. You can always rewatch some information and get back to this information later as well. And then moving to the next part, we have an ice-breaking part. Like I promised, basically, we're going to take a next 5 minutes to play a quick ice-breaking fun activity. I'm going to be stop sharing my screen for a second, and I'm going to put a different information on the screen, basically. Just give me 1 second. It should be this one. Okay, so yeah, okay. So to join this icebreaking activity, you need to go to the website mentimeter.com. In the Q&A chat, which we said is not available for posting your questions, but it's still available to check it because we're posting some important and useful links. You can just join the link from the chat, but if you don't have access for any of the reasons to the chat, you can always go to the website mentimeter.com. And you can use this code that you can see right now on the screen. I'm going to, oh, it's actually zooming out for some reason. Maybe I can start presentation and it will show us the code. Okay, yeah, the code should be right here on the top. So go to the mentimeter.com. You can see the name here on the screen as well. Or you can just type menti.com and then use code 22311355. Again, 223111355. So this will send you directly to our icebreaking activity. We're doing this just to get a little bit more information from you, where you guys from, and then as well to answer you what bothers you the most today. So this is the first question. It hasn't started officially. If you go to the website, it will show you that that responding is still off because I'm giving you a little bit more time to join the website. Again, menti.com and use code 223111355 or use the link from the chat. I know it's one of the terms. Summer is one of the terms when usually we have a smaller intake, so it might be a little bit more cozy environment for everyone, which means actually good for you because for the rest of the session, when you start asking us questions, it means that our staff that is supporting live Q&A will have a little bit more time to answer your specific questions, right? So we'll give you a little bit more attention. So this is the first question. I'm going to be turning on the responding right now, and I'm going to be starting time. I'll give everyone 1 minute for each question to respond each question. Yeah. So the first question is easy. Where are you from? We just want to know a little bit more about the diversity. So enable questions. Hold on a sec. Turn on responses. Yes, hide responses. No. Turn on responses. There it is. Let me actually. I gave you 1 minute, but because I turned on the responses later, maybe I'll give you an extra time, a bit more after this. Okay, we have a couple of responses of a few students from India. Panama, yay, thank you. Sorry, oh, someone's here for Surrey. China, okay, great. Thank you for joining. Welcome, welcome. Ukraine. Okay, that's amazing. We have 5 different responses. 11 people so far has responded. Thank you so much. Brazil, yay. Another different answer. Mexico. Oh yeah, that's quite good. Let me give you maybe 10 more seconds. A last chance to send your answer, guys. Anyone else? No? Okay. Okay, that's good enough. Thank you so much. We have 14 responses. That's great. If you still haven't joined that, please make sure that you go to menti.com and use the code that you can see on the screens to join this Mentimeter questionnaire. We're going to move forward to the next question, just for the time's sake. So the next question is, what are you excited about? What are you excited about at KPU? So what's the one thing that you're excited the most about studying at KPU? I'm going to turn on the responses and I'm going to give you another minute for this question, okay? It could be about KPU. If you're not sure right now, you can tell us. Maybe you're excited something about your studying in Canada in general, right? Or in Vancouver specifically. Could be both academic related or non-academic related. Anything that is on your mind this morning, feel free to send to us and share with us. We'll appreciate that. So we have some answers. So new challenges. That's a great answer. Studying, making new friends, exploring the campus, multicultural. That's amazing, guys. All of those are great reasons why you have come to Canada and why you want to study at KPU. And trust me, at KPU, you can find everything that you have mentioned today. The course, learning and improving as a person, experience, exploring, connect with the different people. I love that all the answers are so different. Okay, study and summer. Yes, please don't forget that you starting at probably the best time you could start here with us, because Vancouver is the most beautiful in summer. And please, please, please take your time to enjoy. Pay enough time to focus, of course, to your academic part, but whenever you're outside and have a rest time, make sure that you go outside, stay as much time outside, because again, Vancouver is the best in summer season. Going to the last question is, what do you want to learn today? Just one specific thing. And by today, I mean this live event. Why have you joined this live event? What is the specific thing that you want to learn about in today's live orientation session? And I'm going to give you guys another 1 minute, okay, for this response. So take your time, think what is this thing, and then it also gives us an idea what kind of information we can, maybe something we're still missing. So maybe next time we can cover this topic for the new students, or not only for the new students, for you as well, but in the different like info session, different workshops that we run for our students. So study and know about different methods of study, new student orientation, about the way KPU teaches. Okay. Some of this will be covered for sure. Insurance, events, how to make friends. Those are all amazing things that you can find out about. And I'm not sure about the last part, but like most of this will be covered for sure. Learn new things about KPU, pre-started things before the course begins, how to settle down in Canada. Okay, last 3 seconds, 2, 1. Okay, great answer, guys. Thank you so much. KPU Live. We got the last answer said the very last second. Yeah, so all of this is great. Thank you again for taking time to responding. We'll make sure that we can try to cover as much as possible today, like I promised. But this is the end of the icebreaking activity. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm gonna be stop sharing this screen for a second again, just to bring back the slides for the orientation again. Just give me 1 second, okay? Okay. I believe that you guys should be able to see the presentation slide, which says welcome address, which means we've come up to the moment to invite our first and very special guest to introduce the new students. It's an AVP of KP International Department. Her name is Carol. Carol, you're here with us today.
Hi, Dima. Carol's having some technical difficulties, so we're just going to give it a couple of seconds. So if everyone can just stay with us, online orientations with technology, these things happen. So we're just trying to troubleshoot it in the back.
Absolutely. Yeah. We'll just give a few minutes for our guest to join. Hi again. Ooh. Okay, so it seems like we do have some technical issues with our guest, which is a little bit sad, but don't worry. On behalf of KPU, I guys welcome you, and we're so excited to see you all. So we're gonna move forward with our next to the next part and introducing our next guest, and that's oh, just give me 1 second. That's going to be a member of the Office of Recruitment and Admissions team, or shortly OIRA. Please welcome Lucas.
Hi, good morning, everyone. I hope
Lucas, give me
everybody's
1
having
second,
a nice.
please. I'm gonna put you on the screen. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah, some reason doesn't want to work properly today. A little bit more technical issues than usual, but yeah, it works now. Thank you, Lucas. Go ahead.
All right. Well, thanks, Dima, for the introduction. Yeah, and I'm really excited to be here with everyone. My name is Lucas, and I'm one of the recruiters here at KPU. I work at in one of the biggest teams that we have here, the international department. And of course, we handle all of and support international students all throughout the application process, from beginning until they start their studies here. So we're really excited to be able to have that opportunity, and we're so happy that you guys have chosen KPU as the place where you'd like to study. I've got a couple of really important announcements to share with everybody before we move on to the other important parts of the presentation given by my colleagues. So these are things to really keep in mind before you start this summer semester. So the first point of, the first important point to keep in mind is that all international students are required to submit proof of study permit approval by May 2nd. So if you are still waiting to hear back from IRCC regarding your study permit, approval. Maybe you're waiting for your passport to arrive back to get the stamp in it. You know, there could be a number of different things, but it's really important that you provide our office with the study permit approval by May 2nd. And so that can be done either by sending a scanned color copy to international@kpu.ca, or reach out to the recruiter that you've been speaking with directly, and we can definitely help you with that process and answer any questions you have. If you don't receive study permit approval by May 2nd, it's really important that you drop yourself from the summer 2025 courses that you're currently registered in and let our international team know about your situation, and we'll be able to provide you with more information about your different options. So it's really important that you drop yourself from your courses, because if you don't, we don't automatically drop you from your courses, or our system doesn't automatically drop you from your courses. And if you still remain in your courses after the first day of classes, then a tuition fee penalty will be applied. So it's really, really important that you drop yourself from your courses. The final important piece of information is that this is a new rule that all international students beginning their studies in summer 2025 are required to have the name of our institution on their study permit. So Kwantlen Polytechnic University has to be there. So if you're transferring from another institution in Canada, or you're applying for, you applied for a study permit a long time ago, and now you're just starting your studies, but it doesn't have Kwantlen Polytechnic University written on it, please contact us at international@kpu.ca, and our admissions team will be able to provide you with more information, because that will impact the start of your studies for the summer 2025 semester. So those three things are really, really important to keep in mind. And yeah, I will pass it back to Dima for the rest of the presentation. Thank you very much, everyone. And I look forward to meeting you in person.
Hi, Lucas. Have you mentioned about the international KPU.ca? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yep.
Thank you. And thank you so much for the important information. I actually find out about the new update about the KPU name on the study permit myself first time. And that's important, guys. And please follow Lucas's advice in case, and check your study permits if you're already in Canada and you have no KPU on it. Again, thanks a lot, Lucas. We're going to move forward to our next. Yep. Thank you. We're going to move forward to the next guest from, and it's my counterpart from the Student Life and Transitions team of International Department, Josie. Josie, you here today with us?
Yes.
Okay, give me 1 second, Josie. I'm going to reveal you to the world. Okay, Josie, the floor is yours.
Hi, everyone. My name is Josie. I'm a student life coordinator. So our team organized a fun on-campus event for international students, answer your inquiry regarding mentorship program, ensuring transition in Canada. And today I would like to introduce you about the services and resources that we provide for students. So to kick off your first semester, we have new student orientations, and this one is an on-campus orientations. Registration is required, and you can choose either Langley campus, Richmond, or Surrey campus, wherever is convenient to you. But please note that you only need to go for 1 day. And here's the schedule. The Langley is a Monday, May 5th, Richmond, Tuesday, May 6th, and Surrey campus, Wednesday, May 7th. And the second resource is a welcome week. This is your opportunities to go beyond in the basic and get a deeper look at what KBU and the KSA have to offer through a lot of activities like time management, advising, and some really fun activity. If you want to make some friends, go to the welcome week. And the schedule is from May 12th to May 16th. Yeah. And let's move on to the next topic. Okay, so we also have like I mentioned, on one of the service that we support student is transitions. So here are some essential housekeeping reminder for you before you arrive in Canada. So first of all, you need to watch the re-arrival webinar for more travel detail informations. And here are some of the items that you need to check before you get on the flight. Of course, your flight ticket, your passport, and the port of entry letter if applicable, your visa, and you also need to bring your confirmation of enrollment as well. And after you arrive in Canada, you must update your email and mailing address on the online self-service. And this is very important information. Please note that all the correspondence from KBU will be sent to your KBU email address, not your personal email. So I was an international student before by myself, and I have the habit, I had a habit that keep checking my personal email, but I didn't get used to checking my student email, and then I miss out a lot. So this is an advice from us to you. You must check your KBU email regularly. And let's move on to another topic. So in order to secure your account, you need to set up your security as well. This one is like when you log into your account, they add another step of verifications, and this is really, really important to have your KBU student account safe. And then we put the link in the chat for you to do it after the presentations. And as mentioned, one of the things we do at Student Life is to help students answers questions about medical inquiries. And we have prepared a video that have a comprehensive information about the different insurance. Let's watch it together.
Josie, could you let me know if the audio is working, or let me know if the audio will not be working? Okay, thank you.
It's working
Hi there,
great.
Dmitry is here from the Global Engagement Office. Today, I'm going to give you a quick crash course on the health insurance topic. As a new student in Canada, it's very important to have a proper, valid medical coverage throughout the entire times. And the reason is simple for that. If something happens and you need to stay in a hospital or undergo some exams or even visit a doctor, it might cost you a lot. But don't worry, we don't want this to happen to you. So that's why we automatically enroll you with GARMI Temporary Health Insurance, which starts on the first day of your program start date. Either it's September 1st, January 1st, or May 1st. If you arrive before that, you might need to consider purchasing an early arrival coverage from GARMI or any other third-party provider, just even for one day, to make sure you stay covered. One very important note, as GARMI fee is a part of your term-based tuition fees, you will only be enrolled when you take classes. If you're not taking classes, or if you're on a scheduled break, you must have MSP by that time, or again, you might need to consider purchasing an additional coverage. A lot of students ask us, where do they find the information on their policy? And the answer is simple. GARMI provider will send you a welcome email within the first 10 days of your program start date. In that email, you will find the details on how to access your account, where you can find the details on your policy, as well as download the healthcare access card. We highly recommend you to keep your healthcare access card with you at all times. The next plan that we want to talk today about is MSP, or Medical Services Plan. MSP is the mandatory provincial medical services plan that all residents of BC, including the international students, should be enrolled in. You must apply for MSP immediately upon your arrival in Canada. You also might have a question, why do you need MSP when you have GARMI already? And that's a good question. You see, the answer is very simple. MSP is mandatory for everyone, and it takes 3 months of processing time after you applied. And that's why basically here at KPU, why we enroll you with GARMI at the first place, just to make sure that you stay covered. After you receive your MSP, you don't have to continue paying for your GARMI, as MSP covers all your basic needs. But if you want us to stop charging you for your GARMI, you have to submit an opt-out request confirming on your MSP status. Quick note, MSP costs $75 per month for all international students. The last plan that we want to talk about is KSA Extended Health and Dental Plan. You see, your GARMI and MSP do not cover on everything, and if you want to schedule a dental appointment or an eye exam, you will need to activate and use your KSA Extended Health Plan. This plan is also mandatory for all students and is automatically included in your tuition fees, and you charge for that once per year. If you have any additional questions about your KSA Extended Health Plan, please make sure to reach out to the KSA Health Plan office at the email you see on your screens. That's it for today, guys. But if you still have some questions, as it might still be confusing for you, please make sure to reach out to us at intelstudentlife@kpu.ca. Also, make sure to check out an FAQ session down below this video to get even more answers to your questions. We hope this video was helpful, and we hope that you stay healthy. Thank you for watching.
Thank you, Dimitri. The video is definitely very helpful. And thank you all for watching the insurance video with us. In the video, we talk about the physical coverage, yet your mental health is very important as well. And we understand that when you are in a new countries, far away from your family, it's totally normal to be feeling your emotions are like a roller coaster. Remember, you are not alone. So Student Support Program by GARMI is created to provide all KBU students with 24/7 online professional counseling. You can express your concern with a counselor who understands the experience in your referred language. And a counselor can help if you're feeling stressed, having family or relationship issues, or even you experience a physical, sexual, emotional violence, or the mental health challenge. A counselors can talk to you, and all you need is to download the app and create an account. You can set Tell Us Help Student Support app on either Apple Store or Google Play, and you just download and create your accounts. And please download this app. You have it ready whenever you need it. You have the access. And the next resort that I would like to introduce to everyone today is a KBU Safe. This is the app that this is an app that available for you to download as well. So with KBU Safe, you can contact the security for and emergency services. You can view the interactive campus map to help you get around, especially KBU, we have multiple campuses. And if you stay at the campus late at night, you can arrange for an escort work on any KBU campuses. And you also share your working location with the friends. And this app is the best way to stay updated in the event of safety or security issue at KBU, such as doing the emergency or weather-related campus closures. So as you may know, in Canada, especially in Vancouver, we don't have a lot of winter heavy snow, but sometimes we do have 1 day or 2 per year. And in the event like that, our campus will close, and this app is the best way for you to know whether or not our campus is closing for that day. And yeah, let's move on to fun stuff. So international events. So as I mentioned earlier, our team is the team that create a fun all of campus event for students. So throughout the semester, you can enjoy life outside the classroom, and it could be all off campus. And in the next slide, I would like to share about our upcoming event for summer semester. So like you may see here, in May, we have International Peer Mentorship Welcome Social Events. All first-year students are welcome to join. In June, we have bouldering and macaron workshop. In July, we have Fly Over Canada and final exam booster. And last but not least, we also have the World Friendship Day. And please note that all of the events are tentatively scheduled. For more information, please follow up on our Instagram, KBU_international. And another important workshop that I would like to share to new international students. So our student life team hosts really helpful workshop. It's called Social Insurance Number Workshop. So let me give you some quick informations. So if you want to work part-time in Canada while studying, you must apply for Social Insurance Number. So your insurance number is very important. It's private and it's illegal for anyone else to use it. So therefore, it's very important for you to learn how to protect your social insurance number. And that is the reason why we are hosting a workshop. So the location is Surrey Main Campus. It's on Thursday, May 1st, 2025. And the time is like 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. So the first half an hour, they're going to be the presentations where the Service Canada officer will do the presentation about how to protect your social insurance number and how to keep it safe. And the rest of the workshop is the highlight that the officer can help you apply for your SIN right on the campus. That's going to help you save a lot of waiting time if you go to the Service Canada office. So I'm going to put the link in the chat for you to register for this workshop. And again, if you want to work in Canada while you're studying, you must apply for SIN. And even if you don't work, you need the SIN number while you're in Canada too. So that's being said, it's really important. And I know that I cover quite a lot of information. So if you have any question for us related to like events, transition, insurance, please email us. So we have two emails here for event insurance, intelstudentlife@kbu.ca, and any question regarding to transitions, please email us at internationaltransition@kbu.ca. And back to you, Dimitri. Thank you, everyone.
Okay, thank you, Josie. Thanks a lot. That was very useful. We're going to move forward to the next part, which is the International Peer Mentorship Program. I would normally talk about this program myself, but we have a special guest today, an international peer mentor themselves, who is going to tell you a bit more about the program and about their own personal experience within this program. So please, everyone, meet Muskandeep.
Hi. Hi,
Hi,
everyone.
Muskan.
Alrighty. Hi, everyone. My name is Muskandeep Kaur, and I'm currently in my third year of Bachelor's of Science program at KPU, majoring in health sciences with a double minor in biology and counseling. And I've been part of the IPM program since the summer of last year. And it's been one of the most meaningful experiences of my time at KPU. So what exactly is IPM? From my perspective as a mentor, IPM is more than just a support program. It's a community. It's a space where international students can feel heard, supported, and guided as they transition into their new academic life at KPU. As mentors, someone such as myself, we're here to walk alongside you, not in front of you or behind you, but right next to you as you navigate your life at KPU. I decided to become a mentor because, like many of you, when I was an international student, I felt very scared because I had so many questions and so many uncertainties. So I often felt very overwhelmed and wished that I had someone who could guide me and help me and provide me student perspective. I came in when it was the COVID time, so everything was really uncertain and I was not really aware about the IPM program. So by becoming an IPM mentor, I could ensure that didn't happen with anyone else. And it has allowed me to be that someone for others. I've grown a lot through this program. I've learned a lot and I've connected with a lot of people and learned how to lead with empathy. Our mentors, the IPM program mentors, offer all kinds of support, emotional, practical things like figuring out your way on campus, how to navigate resources that are available. So all kind of support is available through this program. And your mentor is essentially always going to be there for you. And some of you will have me as your mentor. So I just want to let you know that I'm here and you can always reach out to me. And there are multiple platforms which we can use to connect. It usually starts off with an email. You'll eventually receive an email from your mentor. And then Microsoft Teams is another platform that you can use to connect with your mentor. And then eventually we will also be hosting multiple in-person events where we get to have fun and connect with people. One moment that I would say stands out for me from my IPM journey is when a mentee told me that I didn't know how much I needed a mentor until I had one. So that really stuck with me because it reminded me how small acts of support can create big impacts and how heard and welcomed people can feel as long as there's someone to welcome them. So and before I wrap up, I just want to share a quote that really inspires me, especially as a science student and mentor, is that somewhere something incredible is waiting to happen. And this quote reminds me that discovery, whether in research, relationships, or even finding your place at university, is just around the corner. Being a part of IPM has shown me that incredible things happen. And when we support one another, ask questions, and stay curious, it works out for all of us. So if you ever need support or just someone to talk to, don't hesitate to reach out to me or any one of the mentors. We're genuinely here for you, and we're excited to see where this journey at KPU takes you. Thank you so much for listening to me.
Thank you, Muskandeep, and thank you for greeting our students and being so invitive to the program. And of course, guys, if for any of the reasons, because Muskandeep might or might not be your mentor, in case you don't know who your mentor is, the best thing that you can do is check on your email address. So during the first week of classes, your mentor will send you emails to your KPU student email, not your personal email. As you become a KPU student and start your first semester, please check on your KPU student email account as often as possible, because that's where you will find all the useful resources as well as the emails from your mentors with offer to connect and answer any of your questions. And if for any of the reasons you will not be able to find those emails, those kind of emails, please email us at ipm@kpu.ca, and the coordinators of the program will figure out and connect you with your mentor as soon as possible. Okay, so thank you again for your attention. We're going to move forward to the next part of this presentation, which is the international advising part. And we have a guest from the International Advising Services, Sanam, to give us a little bit more details.
Sanam? Hi, good morning, everyone. Yes, thank you, Dimitri.
Hi, Sanam. Is your camera working or?
You know, I'm just facing some technical difficulties. It makes itself off. So I'm practicing my best to keep it on during my presentation, but luckily my voice works very well. So I'm going to be able to present my slides.
Sounds good. Go ahead.
Okay, perfect. So good morning, everyone. Maybe good afternoon from everywhere that you are joining today's orientation. My name is Sanam Bani Hassan. I'm one of international student advisors, and today I'm so happy to introduce my team and the services that we are able to provide for you during your academic journey here within KPU. So without further ado, let's get started. So in this slide, you are seeing 3 sections: before you register, during your registration, and after your registration. So please note, during this period of time, International Advising Team is next to you and helping and supporting you during the registration period. So before you register, we can help you and support you with some services like check your registration eligibility, plan ahead, review dates and deadlines, etc., etc. During your registration, we can help you how to register for your classes, wait listing form, reservation restrictions, any type of unexpected happening, we are here to help and support you, specifically in terms of forms and procedure. And lastly, after you register, if you have any further question about your taxes, confirmation of enrollment, about your tuition fees, and about a specific question about your schedule, we are here to help us support you with that type of inquiries as well. Having said that, let's go to the next one. Thank you, Dima. So in this slide, you're going to see dates and deadlines. One of the most important things you may need to see and be aware during your academic journey here at KPU. On the right margin of this page, you are seeing the registration timeline and also last day to add or drop. This is for summer 2025 semester, and also about withdrawal period, tuition fees deadline. So my strong recommendation, please Google dates and deadlines KPU and make yourself familiar with the important dates and deadlines, specifically at the very beginning of your academic journey in summer 2025 semester. And also on the left margin, you are seeing wait listing procedure within KPU. Sometimes the classes that you want to get into have actually not enough capacity, so that's 100% doable. Please go ahead and waitlist yourself. And during the waitlisting procedure, continue monitoring your KPU email account. And in case that you're not able to get into your desired class, please, with no hesitation, come and talk with one of the international student advisors. Thank you. And in this slide, first thing first, I would like to highlight kpu.ca/international/advising/videos. My team and I have been prepared these amazing videos for making you familiar with the KPU, my action plan, with the grade system within KPU, with academic standing, with registration procedure. So my strong recommendation at the very beginning of your journey here within KPU, take your time, dig deeper into these wonderful resources. I'm sure that you are going to find really helpful information in terms of the different academic services within KPU. And there we go, post-graduation work permit eligible programs. As you all know, after November 1st, 2024, IRCC has been announced the field of study requirement. However, let's see if you are eligible to meet the field of study requirement for being eligible for post-graduation work permit or not. I would like to highlight all KPU four-year bachelor degrees, all of them are PGWP eligible. However, doing a 1-year or 2-year program at KPU, if you submitted your study permit application on or after November 1st, 2024, you must have graduated in an eligible field of study. And for finding which 1 or 2-year programs at KPU International or generally in KPU is PGWP eligible, my recommendation, please take a look at our KPU PGWP eligible list, which you are going to be able to find it in www.kpu.ca/international/admissions. If you have further question and you are not sure about if your program is PGWP eligible, please do not hesitate to reach out to one of the international student advisors. And there we go. Start KPU and PGWP eligibility on the right foot. 3 important things you may need to pay attention at the very beginning of your academic journey here within KPU. You may need to be full-time student with minimum of 9 credits in your very first semester. And also, you may need to go ahead and take your classes in person. And if you want to consider withdraw from any course, please, before taking any action, make sure after withdrawal from that certain course, you are going to remain a full-time student to avoid any negative impact on your post-graduation work permit. If you have further question how it's gonna work, please do not hesitate to contact to one of the international student advisors. And here it is. About new students study permit procedure. So all of the newly admitted students may need to have their initial study permit in hand before starting the very first session of their classes. And you may need to provide us with your valid study permit in a very timely manner before the very first session of your classes. And lastly, you may not to begin to work before your classes get started. After your classes get started, technically your working eligibility will gonna be activated as per your current study permit. And for transfer students, I know generally you are new students, but if any transfer students are just now among you, and as you may know, starting November 8, 2024, you may need to apply for new study permit to change your school at a post-secondary level. That's just FYI in case that we have transfer students. And in terms of study permits for all students, I would like to say that set up reminder to extend your study permit 6 months before the expiry of the current one. And as you know, you need to maintain your legal status during your studies here within KPU, even during the graduation procedure. And always update KPU International with new study permit. If you are taking the action and taking the step to extend your study permit, as soon as you receive approval on your study permit extension, also please send it to us and we are going to update it on file on your behalf. And there we go. Top tips for your first classes. First thing first, timing is everything. Plan to arrive 5 minutes early to your first class and review the course presentation. What are the course outcomes? How much in each assignments you may need to try hard, and about the exam course. And what is the instructor's preferred method for communication? That's so important at the very beginning of your academic journey. And also you may need to be open all the time. That's going to be a teamwork, and you may need to actually make project groups for many courses. So always being open will be really, really helpful. And create a semester schedule, 13 weeks, based on the due dates for all assignments and for all classes. In the next slide, we are going to take a look at how you can make a schedule. There we go. In this table, you're going to see 6 weeks. And as we said, 13 weeks. Technically, it's going to be the normal length of every semester. And for every hour of class, you may need to allot 2 or 3 hours for a study. So the most important portion would be handled on your end. The instructor will gonna come, they will gonna lecture their lecture, and the rest of the journey is in your hand. And as you can see in the second bullet point, review materials regularly for active recall. So from the very first session of your classes, you may need to actively involved in all course materials. And another important thing I would like to highlight for you at the very beginning of your journey. Look, your instructors will gonna come the first session of the class and we're gonna actually give you the course outline for every single course with all the details about that course. But I would like to highlight for prerequisite courses, the main and the most important courses, you may need to get minimum grade of C. So as you are seeing in this table, minimum grade of C will going to be something between 60 to 63%. And for elective courses, of course, you have the option to take to get D, which is like between 50 to 55% for each course. And in this slide, I would like to highlight one more time the type of services we are providing for you. Academic support, which is related to the program exploration, course planning, progression and graduation check, academic standing, GPA, KPU's policy and procedure, prerequisite and co-requisite courses, and how you're going to be able to improve your academic performance, and also about early alert, university transfer. So any type of academic support, we are here to guide you. And the second part is about non-academic support, mostly about immigration advising related issues, and also about letters for your immigration inquiries, and about learning center, about counseling services, SIM number, student events and volunteering. So of course, international student advisors will gonna help you with non-academic support as well, mostly in terms of your immigration inquiries. And in this slide, also, we are going to have a gist of the services we are providing for our students: immigration advising, academic advising, general advising, immigration letters, workshop and seminars, videos and handouts, and international advising, newsletter and events, which we are going to receive it in your KPU email account monthly. And one more time, I would like to highlight, we have different ways and you have different resources to get in touch with us, like online and in-person drop-in session, and also online and in-person appointment, phone calls, and remember this important email address: internationalstudents@kpu.ca. On behalf of International Advising Team, wishing you all the best at the beginning of your academic journey here within KPU. And thank you so much for being patient with my camera today. I'm gonna pause it here and pass it over to Dimitri. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sanam, and no worries about the camera because the information that you have provided was very important, and I hope you guys have learned a lot. And if you missed some of it, make sure to come back again to the recording session, put a video on pause, and then make sure that you write down everything that you need. Again, thank you, Sanam. And we're gonna wrap up soon, but we have a final guest before we say a temporary goodbye until we see you on campus, and it's the guest from the from the Academic Integrity Department, who is going to introduce information about the academic integrity, which is super important. So let's make sure that we all stay a little bit more focused and listen to Carmina, our guest from the AI department. Okay, Carmina, you here?
Thank you, everyone. Hello, my name is Carmina, and I'm an international student in the Postgraduate Diploma in Green Business Management and Sustainability program at KPU. I also work at the Academic Integrity Unit, supporting students and faculty with resources to uphold academic integrity. So in this section, our goal is to introduce the term academic integrity, as well as the tools that you can use to align with academic integrity during your journey at KPU. Have you ever heard of the term academic integrity before today? You might not have heard it before, but most of us have heard of the term integrity. This is because integrity is a value that most cultures hold in high esteem. Though there may be differences in how we approach our academics, it is our values that provide us the compass on how we think, do, and act. So academic integrity refers to the commitment to uphold the highest standards of intellectual integrity. For me, it's about maintaining good relationships with our instructors and groupmates by doing our own work, showing respect for the work of others, as well as their ideas and contributions. That is, to maintain academic integrity, we practice the values that you see on the screen: honesty, trust, fairness, respect, responsibility, and courage. On the next portion are the reasons for maintaining academic integrity. But as a fellow international student, I think it's important to get the most out of the tuition that we pay for and actually get the skills that we need to better integrate into Canadian society. Side note, when you apply for a job here, they often ask for references. So it's very important to maintain the relationships that you have at the university, such as with your professors who can vouch for your character and work ethic here in Canada. And of course, there can be serious consequences for you if you do not uphold academic integrity. This could include getting a 0 on an assignment, failing a course, as well as other resolutions that can be challenging for your studies, especially for us international students. On the next slide, you'll see that as newcomers to Canada, we can experience pressure from different angles. It's completely natural, but these pressures could tempt us to take shortcuts by cheating or plagiarism. But don't face it all alone. At KPU, there's a multitude of resources available to you in completing your education with integrity. Feel free to take screenshots to familiarize yourselves with these resources. And to deal with family, financial, and time pressure, we do have counseling services at KPU, which are free of cost and are confidential. On the next slide, you'll see that another key resource is the Academic Integrity website. Here, you can find the policy, procedure, and how to contact the Academic Integrity Unit if you need any guidance. Under the Tips for Learning with Integrity page, you will find that there's a flowchart that starts with understanding where you are in your academic integrity journey and providing you the links to the resources available to you depending on your learning pathways and needs. On the next slide, you'll see that on the web page, you'll also find examples of academic misconduct. We find that at KPU, the most common ones are cheating and plagiarism. Some examples of what would be considered cheating are sharing answers or discussing information with another student during exams, having someone else do the assignment and test for you, and using unauthorized tools for assistance like artificial intelligence tools such as ChatGPT. We can also see examples of what's considered plagiarism, including submitting an assignment that you have already submitted for in another course. On the next slide, you'll see that we have a tool called Draft Coach, which is included in your tuition at KPU and can help you avoid plagiarism by providing you with instant feedback about your written work. On our website, we have a step-by-step guide on how to add the tool and how to use it. We suggest that you install it before classes start. You'll also find that the library will be one of your best friends. Aside from finding helpful resources at no extra cost, they provide citation-style guides and allow you to contact them in different ways, including chatting with the librarians. So if you have any doubts or would like further guidance related to academic integrity, please feel free to contact us at ai.ambassadors@kpu.ca. Over back to you, Dima.
Okay, thank you, Carmina. Thank you so much. That was very useful and very important again, guys. And for those who are new to the concept of academic integrity, specifically for the part of, because you are moving to the new continent, so the rules might be different too if you have studied before. So make sure that to reach out to the AI ambassadors so they will help you and navigate you throughout everything that you need to learn and do it as early as possible, because that's one of the most important parts of the academic journey. And we're going to end the session. Unfortunately, our AVP of KPU International was not able to join us today to send a quick welcome address message to you. But we have another unplanned, but a very important guest as well, a manager of the Student Life and Transitions Department, Sarah, to wrap us the session. To wrap up the session, basically. Yeah, thank you. Sarah, you here?
I'm here. Thank you, Dima.
Yeah.
Perfect. Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for your patience today with all the technical difficulties that we have. As you know, with online events, there's always technical difficulties that come around. But before we wrap up, I'd like to take a moment to officially welcome you to KPU. On behalf of Carol, on behalf of the whole team here today that was presenting and the team that you still haven't met at KPU yet. My name is Sarah Garcia. As Dima was saying, I lead the Student Life and Transitions team within KPU International. And it's been such a pleasure to have you with us today. And on behalf, as I said before, of our entire team, I wanted to say how excited we are to welcome you to the KPU community. We know that beginning your studies, especially in a new country, comes with a lot of changes, challenges, and maybe a few nerves. But I want to assure you that you're not alone. KPU is a welcoming, diverse, and supportive place, and you'll find many people ready to help you along the way, either being your mentor, fellow students, staff members, and different departments at KPU that are there to support you. As you can see from this presentation, there are many resources to help you along your way, from academic to immigration advising to peer mentorship and to student life events. And that's just the very top of the iceberg. There's so many more different resources that are available to you. And the best thing is that these resources are free to you. So please use them. Take the time to look at what resources are available to you and to also just check if there's anything that you may need. You can always check with your peer mentor. They're there to support you and help you through your first term, and they're happy to do so. So please, 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 when they reach out to you, respond back. If you have any questions, they're your buddy at KPU for the first little while. A big thank you as well to all our presenters today. So much information. So if you did miss anything, please go back and see the recording, make notes, watch it with your guardians, your parents, or whoever you'd like to watch it with that are supporting you in this journey. We are so glad you're here, and we look forward to connecting with you in the weeks ahead. On behalf of everyone at KPU International, welcome to KPU, and we're very, very excited to see you soon. Back to you, Dima.
Thank you so much, Sarah, and thank you for passing by the message. Again, on behalf of Carol and entire KPU, it's unfortunate that Carol was not able to join, but sometimes, hey, technical difficulties might be above human desire, even human desire to join and welcome you guys. So, but again, hey, thank you for wrapping up the session and extending the welcome message to our students. And to say the very last few words before we finally gonna stop this session, stop this live, I want to say that do not, guys, hesitate to reach out to us. And you've seen there was so many contact information being shared throughout this entire session today. And if for any of the reasons you're like still feeling that you don't know where to start, what kind of questions to ask, or who exactly you need to ask that question, it's just go to the kpu.ca/international/contact-questions website, or you can scan the QR code if you have an extra phone nearby. So they will send you to the page that will help you to customly design your questions and choose the team that will be able to help you, basically. And again, if you still have any questions, the Q&A chat's been available for you for the last 30 minutes. Send it to us. We're going to stay here in the back end for the next maybe 1 to 3 minutes to answer it. Otherwise, please send us your questions outside of this live. Again, thank you for joining. Welcome to KPU, and we hope to see you not in next week, but the week after the next one, when we are going to have a new student orientation, which is in person on campus. Don't forget to register, of course. That will help us to get the numbers correct. So thank you again, and we can't wait to see you. And have a good rest of your day, guys. Bye bye.